So there was this scathing state audit on the University of California system where employees in the president's office they were getting employee benefits, these fancy dinners, staying at hotels overnight, and so the governor, to hold their feet to the fire, he said, well, if you want this $50 million, kind of prove to me that you're taking the audit's recommendations seriously. Now, a story like that, that's a heavy story because you have an audit, which doesn't sound exciting. You have the governor's budget, and you have the university system. But that story for us not only did it do really well online, but readers and viewers were interested to see how the University of California would respond to this. So in my mind, that was the highlight from the governor's budget presser. So it wasn't even boring. Well, this much money is going to this, to education, to the prison system. It took I think a big nugget out of that, and it made it relatable for people, because students are saying, hey, well, why are you raising tuition if the UC system is, if they're holding back money, and all that. So it relates to people. So on a budget story like that, you want to make it relatable. It's not, you can't, I mean, you don't want to be a stenographer in a sense and just write down what the governor says at that presser. You want to, well, how can I make this interesting? Like, what's the most important thing going on at this presser? So,
in a case like that, the story ideally would have the other side.
Yep.
But you mentioned in the tag, or we call the VO that continued, that you reached out to UC officials and they did not respond to your request for an interview.
Yep.
Is that normal, or is that just a matter of a deadline and they didn't respond in time?
It's a little of both. I mean, I always reach out to both sides early in the morning so they have the full day, and we make sure that if they responded, that was a Thursday story, so if they responded on Friday, we'd update that. Well, University of California got back to us on Friday, and maybe we'd have a TV piece reflecting their comment. So you want to be transparent at all costs. You don't want to send an email or a phone call at 3 o'clock and the story's airing at 4 o'clock. I mean, that's just not good journalism. They kind of call that gotcha journalism. You want to be transparent up front, even if they may not respond. And in that case, I didn't think they were going to respond. I mean, it's one of those stories where they're probably getting counted from both sides. But you got to reach out and let the viewer know, what's going on. And that's kind of how you have to write it.